Hello and welcome to a guide of the West Keep in the Borderlands. I'll be mainly focusing on the outer walls. This is because the inner walls are lower down in altitude than the outer walls by a considerable amount. Therefore, if you lose the outer walls, trebuchet fire can rain down upon your inner walls, but you will probably find yourself out range because you can't shoot up and shoot as far with a trebuchet. So your only chance to fire back really is to surge out, which chances are you won't be able to do because, well, you lost the outer walls in the first place. So to start with, what I'm going to be looking at is the northern door here. To the east there's a large raised high area that can be good for placing defence on. It can cover both this northern door and the door slightly to the east, which we'll have a look at in a bit. What I'm considering here is whether trebuchet can fire over that cliff face back there and rain down damage upon the door, and because there's a buttress here just to the right of the screen, I'm thinking that might actually block that as a possibility. So in order to attack this door, I think you're going to have to be in this gully here, which would lead you directly under the fire of that raised piece of land to the east. Now there is another line of fire which is up this way. Now you can go this way and actually come out next to the supply camp, so it's really easy for people to attack from the supply camp. And as you'll see as we just round the corner here, sometimes you do have an event here that you have to clear. It's quite easy to kill on your own. You can see there that the cliff face, if I'm facing downhill, is on your left, which will mean that that raised area of ground where the door could be defended from is now no longer an option. Anyway, I kill that worm and I carry on. And so you see there's quite a narrow field of fire going down there. So this is a good place to put up a trebuchet or 12, some ballista, etc. to defend it, because either people have to come up that narrow gap there and attack your position, so they're funneled, or they have to come from the supply camp behind, which again, they'll be funneled into there, but you can cover from the tower to the east. So that's how I go about taking that one. Here we just have a little look here, and you can see that I am now to the southeast of that raised piece of ground. So this whole area out front can be covered again by the defenders from that area there. It's quite open. The ground in front of it's quite flat, so you could have a good exchange of trebuchet fire here. So it's a matter of gaining dominance. There's a few quag in here from a NPC zone just to the east of this location in the water. So once again, there is this on the map there. And in fact you can have a look there if you want to pause it at the whole map layout. Now we're on the southeast corner, and this one is by far the most interesting gate. Just show you a little look around here. It looks all fairly normal in here, and indeed when I go inside you can see what I mean about the inner walls being sunk, making this particularly hard to keep to defend once those outer walls are breached. Along here you'll see that the walls are destructible. Well, maybe you won't see that, but they certainly are destructible. And there's a bridge in front of us, and in front of that there's a bit of water, and down there again there's destructible walls. But the other side of this wall is all lowland, so attacking it from range is difficult on the basis of siege placed within this keep on these walls can outrange you. In fact, siege placed upon that bridge there, shooting out to defend the water area, can outrange you. So you're really up against it attacking from the lower grounds again, assuming there's a competent defence, of course. Now, to the top left hand corner, there's a raised bit of green, and you note from this side you can't get to that bit of greenery. Now, what's important here is that that is only accessible from within the supply camp in the southwest of the map, and in my opinion it is the most important supply camp that there is out there. So if your guild wants a challenge, then this is one to try and hold. Basically there's a few people attacking the front there. I wasn't too interested in the fight, so I ran away. And you see how low it is compared to the rest of the compared to the height of the walls down here. So this is really difficult to attack from. Out here is a tower. As you'll see soon, the tower, it's probably in range of being able to shoot that that door. I haven't tested it, but if it isn't, it'll be pretty close to hitting it. But what is able to hit that door as we come over the hill, and what I'm really interested in is this supply camp here. Now on the left there you might have noticed there's also another raised bit of ground that you can't get at from out here, but again from inside the supply camp you can. There's no gate, but there is an archway that everybody is forced to go through, and inside there's a little bit of a fight going on. There's 3 people trying to take the supply camp, and bless them, they see me running and get completely confused. Now there, you see that cliff face in front of me? What I start to wonder is, if we go up around here, if I can place a trebuchet somewhere up this embankment here, I can shoot out over, not just at that outer gate, but perhaps able to hit the inner gate, because the inner wall itself has 3 gates in it, and they kind of mirror the location of the 3 outer gates. There's a gate to the south, there's a gate to the north, and there's a gate direct to the east when you have a look at it. And I'm pondering whether you can actually shoot over there with a trebuchet and strike even that inner gate from here. So I haven't tested that. It's one of the things that I am very keen to have a look at. Right, now you could have that high ground there set up for defense in case an enemy tries to take the supply camp here. You can have all kinds of ballistas, arrow carts set up in here. As you can see, even a small group of enemies is having trouble against this small group of, I think this is even an upgraded supply camp. So if you put up a series of arrow carts, ballistas to cover that small entryway there, you can control this, and yeah, they're trying to get away, but because he's on low health, I'm not having none of it. Now this here just shows you, as a complete aside, the range that you can be at to actually put in the final blow. So you can be outside of that area of effect that Necromancer's put down there. Anyway, his friends will be back soon to try and res him. But as a step away, this whole wall here, you see there's not much area for them to hide on that one side, and to the right of that wall there's a bit more area. But you can run up and around here. Now I'm going to run straight past one of the areas where you can put down siege here, and I think you can strike a destructible wall against on that tower. I think you just have the right line for it, but I think you can place siege up here, you can place siege on this green area, which again, like I said, you cannot get up here from down the bottom by those things. So from here I can destroy that outer wall, certainly. In fact, this is a good place to have a defense of that southern gate, so if you're defending controlling this area is a good idea. So this is a supply camp that you really want to be fighting over. Just outside is a sentry as well, so just having a little bit of a play with them. No chance of killing them. So you can put stuff down in that green area there, as I mentioned, and possibly that's even within catapult range, the borderline. But there's the tower there, and just the other side of that end buttress on this side, there's actually a destructible wall snuck in there. It's very hard to see. You might want to have a little look around on another video somewhere of doing a little tour of that. But the place to build your siege equipment to attack that is the other end of this rooftop here, as you can definitely get a trebuchet or something again to fire over the small cliff in front of it and strike the wall there. So this one siege camp is extremely important in attacking and taking the the western keep there. It's also important in the control of that tower, so definitely something that girls will want to look at. Thank you for watching the guide. Goodbye.